What's up, friends? My name is Ike, and this is another Magic the Gathering Arena deck spotlight. Today I got a cool deck for you. It's a mono blue deck that came in first place at the Star City Games tournament out there in Dallas, Texas this past weekend. Pretty cheap to craft for those of you who are looking for a deck that is cheap and is powerful against the current meta in best of 3 or best of 1. Again, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more of my videos and more of my content related to Magic the Gathering Arena, hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of videos coming out each week. I'm sure there's something that you'll enjoy. And if there's anything that you want to tell me about in the comments section, any suggestions or deck recommendations, leave it in the comments. I promise that I will reply to you as fast as I can. Alright, y'all, let's get into the deck. Alright, let's take a peek in what we have. We have the normal 5 creature set that's usually you'll find in a mono blue deck with the Mistcloak Herald. Here we have a Pteramander, the Siren Storm Tamer. Over here we have our Merfolk Trickster and Tipis Djinn. We also have our normal card draw that you might find, Chart of a Course, Opt, and we have some creature protection spells like Dive Down, Even a Blink of an Eye. We have Spell Pierce, Wizard Retort, and Essence Capture for our counters. And finally, we have Curious Obsession for that early card draw and also early damage on a board. Checking out this sideboard, the one unique thing that I've noticed is this Azcanta. I'm thinking this is going to be very good against certain type of control decks to be able to find certain creature cards or certain cards that, not creature cards, certain spells that we might need to though counter or protect already boarded creatures. We have a couple of cards that are going to help us against mid-range or aggro decks. I believe that this Surge Mage is going to be great against Sultai mid-range. Deep Freeze is going to be great for any creature that is really causing us issues. Since there's so many Krasis coming out now, these Deep Freezes are going to be really great to help protect our creatures from getting blocked because we have a lot of flying creatures in our deck. Exclusion Mage, again, another great creature card to push back a enemy with blockers or anything in that, helping them with that. And Tracing Melody. This is going to be really good for certain specific decks. Probably a Guildgate Colossus, something around that would be fantastic to steal. There's going to be other cards that are going to be fantastic to steal as well. So this is going to be used for a few different matchups. And then we have, obviously, Negates. And Negates are going to be really great against just bringing in a couple more counters. Most control decks that we're going to face, Spell Pierce are decent against them. And Negates, bringing those in instead of the Spell Pierce, we could find that a little bit more meaningful than just good old-fashioned Spell Pierce, especially late game. Spell Pierce kind of lose their luster in the late game. So if we do get there, Negates are going to be there if we need them. And finally, a Fairy Duelist. This seems really good against mid-range and aggro, purely to get a flasher in, have a blocker, and possibly not die by blocking since it does a -2 to the creature's attack. So, okay, let's go ahead and take a peek and jump into a best of 3 match, shall we? Alright. Waiting on our opponent. So we have a couple Spell Pierce, a Chart of Course, Merfolk Trickster, a lot of counters, but this isn't the starting hand that I think that I would really want. I'm looking for a lot of those 1-drops creatures. These Pteramancers are fantastic. Now the issue is land. I do have an early Opt, but I don't have anything to protect the creatures themselves. Now I can gamble and hope that I can draw into a land or two. Or I can mulligan and hope that I find something a little bit better. I think I'm going to mulligan. I don't think I'm going to take this risk here. Alright, this seems basically about the same thing, but I'm going to have to keep it now because it's somewhat manageable. As much as I want this Curious Obsession, I have to have a land or I'm going to not be able to protect these creatures. So let's go ahead and drop down the Mistcloaked Herald. Okay, we're playing a very interesting Tithe Taker, and Maybe it's a white weenie deck with red and blacks mixed in a little bit. This is a little bit unfortunate for us. We're going ahead and attack. We'll go ahead and drop the Cyrene Storm Tamer, because if you look at it, it is a sacrifice this creature, encounter a spell or an ability. So it might be used next turn if we don't get anything to help protect us from. No blocks for me. Also, this Tithe Taker here is quite the annoyance for our spells on their turn. So it might be wise if we can't grab another land. I'm going to opt for land. Have to have one. Or we might as well just... I'm going to go ahead and attack. I don't know if we're going to be able to win if we cannot draw a land next turn. This might actually have done it for us. Let's see, what do we get? Okay, we got a land. Let's drop down another Siren. Alright, and we'll end our turn even though there is nothing that we can really cast. We can't cast dive downs or ops. But what we can do is block with against this Tithe Taker. Never mind. Alright, there is nothing that we can really do, so let's go ahead and concede and get into the sideboard. Now, this is a aggro-y mid-range deck. I'm thinking that these Fairy Duelists might be pretty good here. These Deep Freezes also look pretty good and enticing, and so does the Exclusion Mage. What doesn't look enticing is the Spell Pierce, since it's non-creatures, and it seems like all they're doing is playing creatures. That's fine. I think the Blink of an Eye is good as well. I think what we do is we play these two Fairy Duelists. And I think it's good to play these exclusive mages both. And I'm going to play both freezes as well. What I think is not as useful is I'm going to get rid of one Tempest Djinn. Are these Wizard's Retorts? Let's get rid of two ops. How about this? Let's keep one op or three ops and get down to one chart the course. All right, so we have the Fairy Duelist, Deep Freeze, Exclusion Mage. We have a lot to deal with a lot of their stuff. I don't think that we need the Surge Mares here. It could be useful, though. No, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to stick with this for right now. I don't think it's so aggro that we can't handle it. What I think is the issue is that we cannot stop them. We can... Oh my, this is horrific. Go ahead and mulligan this. Okay, this is decent. No, it's not. It's absolutely horrific. I saw 3 islands and I got really excited, even though it was horrific as well. This one right here will lose the game. We won't be able to play anything. They'll get a jump on us and we lose. This is really disappointing, but I'm gonna have to roll with this as well. Perfect. Okay, we'll go ahead and put the Terramander down. That's good for us. I'm going to go ahead and attack first. And I will play either Fairy Duelist or Trickster. Only going to play Fairy Duelist if it's a haste creature. Though I could wait to play. Does 1 damage to any target. Interesting. Okay, I'll go ahead and play the Trickster. I have a Curious Obsession, which is fantastic. I'll put it on the Terramander. Attack for both. Draw the card. That's great. And now I have a Fairy Duelist to block this Footlight Fiend. Excuse me. He can get rid of the deep freeze. That's gonna be fun. It's quite possible that I could have waited to play that. No matter what, he would have known. But might as well just get it out of the hand now. I'm not 100% sure what would have been the best play there. I feel like both scenarios, he knows that I have this and he doesn't attack with the Footlight Fiend. He's going to kill off the Trickster. Yeah. Okay, that's a good card for us. It's going to help us protect from any card draw that he could, anything that he tries to put down this turn. He waited to play it on my turn for me to waste mana, which I'm okay with. I have a dive down now as well, so that's fantastic. Cool. My dive down will protect me, at least the Terramander, for this turn. Yep. I'm getting some good draws this turn. This is good, but my deck is full of good draws, so it's not necessarily getting completely lucky. And this is kind of what this deck is here for. You put a couple of creatures on, you do a little bit of damage each turn. You know, you're just trying to pick apart, and not allow them to do much on their turns. And when they do try to remove, you protect. I'm going to go ahead and let's think about this. Let me opt first. Okay. Have him an opt, so yes, now I will do. Go ahead and counter that spell. Because I have an opt ready just in case of any shenanigans that might take place. Okay. Okay, cool. Going to the last set of sideboard. I think that we're doing good. He did place in a couple of hard removals. So I think I'm going to put 2 Spell Pierces back in. I don't know how useful the Exclusion Mage will be in this situation. Because my hope is that I can counter what he tries to play anyway. Does that mean that I need to get rid of the deep freezes as well? And instead place Surge Mares in? No, I think this is good. I think this is really good what I have. Let's see how we do. Another fun thing about these decks, I think this is acceptable. Hopefully I don't get drowned by lands. You can get rid of the dive down, so congratulations. Okay. I'm actually going to just attack and then in turn. I don't want to play the Mist Cloak Herald as well. I don't think there's a need right now. But I will play the Trickster. Now I'll play the Mistcloak Herald, purely because I get I have a Wizard's Retort that will protect me. Now here's the thing about the Hero of Precinct 1. No matter the spell that he casts, because it's on cast and not on play, it doesn't really matter what happens. Excuse me, I had a brain fart. Might as well just counter. He's going to get rid of this specific card no matter what anyway. So there's not much I can do. There's the Mortify. There we go. This is what I was hoping not to happen. Gonna attack with both, purely because he can't block with the 1/2. Or excuse me, the 1/1, and my 1/1 is unblockable. This is a scary card. Needing a really good draw here, because I'm going to be falling behind if I don't pick up something good. That's actually not horrific. I'm actually really wishing that I had really wishing that I had the Exclusion Mage in. But I still feel confident that I placed the correct ones. I'm going to... Let's wait for a second. Do I care if he sacrifices these 2 creatures to kill this one? I don't think so. This is purely to negate some damage. I'd rather take 2 now, but getting rid of one of these is going to require him to play multicolor spells. And as of right now, he's hesitant to block my Trickster. So he's getting low too, and I have an unblockable creature. So this is my thought behind this. This creature also has flying. He has nothing to block it. So I'm going to be able to do 2 damage. So no matter what happens, he's on a 4 or 5 turn clock. So I have to sacrifice a creature. I think I'm going to... So this is rough. I think I'm going to get rid of the Duelist. The purpose of, I think, getting rid of the Duelist... it doesn't matter. Getting rid of the Duelist here is fine by me. Now, he knows that I have that, so I'm not going to pretend to hold it. And I'm going to hit with both. Hopefully this is his entire turn. It is. I don't care about that right now. I'm not sure I care about that either, to be honest with you. Cool, doing 4 damage to his face. I get to draw a card. Hoping for a counter. No. I'm holding on to the Mistcloak and this island. There's no need. He's dead next turn if he doesn't block. And that's a bummer. Part of me thinks that I could have placed this and put him on a turn anyway. Put him on a... let's think about this for a second. If he blocks with Judith or the Priest, that's okay. I I think that's okay. Mix him make a decision as well. He'll be able to do 1 damage to the Mistcloak Herald. Interesting. I think I want the Priest dead. Okay. Let's draw a card. I'm getting a ton of lands. I'm not necessarily enjoying that. I'm going to put down this Mistcaller Herald purely as a just in case. Oh, hey, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, good first game. Let's get another one in here. And we're ranked up. Sounds great. Platinum tier 3. Here we go, Diamond. Coming for you. Nice card. Let's get into another one. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of understanding of how to use this deck. It's a little weird in the way in which you would think you would play a aggro deck. Instead of trying to place everything on board that you can. What is going on with these? I think I'm going to stick with it, though. Couple reasons. Mistcloak Herald plus the Curious Obsession turn 1, turn 2. And then Spell Pierce to protect. I'm just going to bank that I get another island. I'm just going to hope that I get another island. Oh, hello. Hello. Let's go ahead and put this Curious Obsession on. Attack. Take the action. Hello. That's exactly what I wanted. And we'll end our turn. Now, the Spell Pierce is going to be great to protect. Pass. Go ahead. Do your second turn. Yep. Okay. My goodness gracious. We already have one. Let's get rid of that. Another Spell Pierce. Not sure I need those in this matchup. Hoping I get a land here to drop down a Tempest. Oh, yes. In normal circumstances, I would not place down this without being able to protect my creatures. But in this scenario, I think it's okay. He's probably going to buff or something. What? I'm not sure he knows what he's... Well, what? Hey, y'all. Sometimes your opponent messes up and you just get the easy victory. Alright, that one doesn't count. Let's get into a third one. I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest with you. I'm not sure he knows what happened there either. Okay, okay, okay. You gonna play first, you're gonna play second, friend. This is a great starting hand. I like it. I'm gonna keep it. We got our wizard, got our yeah. Oh, mono blue, a Mira, y'all. Mono blue Mira. We'll see how we do. This is going to be a game of counters and who plays them correctly and who plays them not correctly. So I am not playing Curious Obsession here. I am not. The reason I'm not is a simple Spell Pierce takes away card draw mechanic. So, what I think I'll do instead is merely Merfolk Trickster out on this Pteramander. 3 mana, okay. I'll go ahead and play it now. I'd rather him counter this on his turn than play a Tempest Djinn. Touché, sir. Touché. Oh, by the way, I messed up on that. You need to be able to tap the creature before the combat stage. That was a misplay on my end. I am now going to do this to protect from Spell Pierce, because I can pay the 2 mana if I have to. I'm okay with the trade there. Now I got some card draw coming in. Do I play this Terramancer now? Do I play the Terramancer now? I think I play the Terramancer now. I have no way to counter, so it doesn't really matter. And next turn I can pretend, quote unquote, that I have a dive down to protect the Mistcloak Herald. Okay. I'm happy with a trade here. The reason I'm happy with that trade is these things can get very dangerous. I don't want a... Do I want a second? I think I do. I think I do want a second. Alright, that's actually really good for us. It gives me a decent way to handle spells that could affect me putting down Tempest Keeps, and that's also fantastic. So what I'll do, not the Tempest Djinn, I'm going to put down the Siren Storm Tamer. This acts somewhat like a counter for me. And so next turn, it also acts as a wizard, so that's also fantastic. I have a couple of ways of... Okay. I have a couple of ways of dealing with anything that they try to cast. And so what I'm just going to do is ping for 2 each turn. And I'm going to take action. I'm trying to gain this card advantage here. I'm hoping that I pull a land, and I don't. But I do pull... I have so many counters right now. Let's get rid of this Opt. I'd rather have the Chart of Course, because I'm getting 2 damage each turn. I do have a Spell Pierce that probably won't matter much. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing and what's causing him issues. If I had a land, this game would be pretty much over. But I'm struggling to find one. Please give me a land. Oh, yes. Now I'm going to put down a Tempest Djinn. I knew that this would get countered. My question is, do I let it go, or do I attempt to... no, I can't really Spell Pierce that. He can spend the 2 mana to do so. Let's just go ahead and resolve it. I'm okay with this. I have another one, and I think this is what he's been protecting from anyway. I still have a Spell Pierce as well. Okay. Really needing some more mana. Let's go ahead and attack first again. Get an island. Island in the sun. Give it to me. Oh, that's fantastic. So now I can play a Tempest Djinn and Wizard Retort his counter. Now if he recounters this, I'm okay with. I'm not necessarily completely dumbfounded, because I am winning the card draw game. No blockers. I think he's able to go ahead and he might be. Hold on, what? It's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. I thought he was able to do that. Maybe he chose not to, just in case I have another Tempest, which I do, which I probably will play this turn as well. But let's go ahead and attack first with both. Yes, give me the card draw. I do. This is great because I can place this down and I have a lot of counters to protect it with. I'm able to Wizard Restore his as well, and I have a Spell Pierce just in case. Alright. So I won that one. And this is going to be very hard for him to come back on unless he's holding a Deep Freeze or something like that, because this card alone does the damage it needs to kill it. And you can't... Cool. Alright, sideboard. This is going to be rough. What I'm thinking... Let's see. What am I thinking? I'm actually thinking that Deep Freeze is good here. I'm thinking that Deep Freeze is good here to protect from early game shenanigans. This also has flying, so it can help protect against some of his flying creatures. I think I'm going to play that. I think Deep Freeze. The question is, do I negate? Do I negate? Negate or not to negate? I'm going to take the Blink of an Eye out. I don't think that's necessary here. I think... Do I remove the Spell Pierces in favor of negate to be more consistent? I just don't know. I just don't know. I think I keep them. I think they're good. I really do. I will drop a Opt and a Chart, of course. And let's go down to 2 Heralds. Let's try this out. This is me somewhat trying to learn the deck a little bit as well. Especially this version with this interesting sideboard. Alright, they'll probably play first. This is acceptable. Really hoping I pull in a, and my mind slips of the card that I'm thinking. Okay, hey, well I have one of those as well. Actually, I guess I have 2 of them now. If only these were like... he got the Curious Obsession this turn. My Deep Freeze will do really well for me to get that going. Also, what I'll do is throw out a Trickster next turn, right before he starts combat phase. And what this will allow me to do is Trickster this Herald, meaning that the enchantment will go away, because if you do not attack, he could also counter this. There's a lot of things that he can use to counter this, which will probably be really good for him to use. I guess he chose not to. So because this won't attack this turn, this Curious Obsession will be gone. Okay. And there it goes. So good for us, at least a little bit. I'm going to play a Mist Cloaked Herald and 1 Siren Storm Tamer. And just attack with... I can actually attack with both, because both of them... One's unblockable, the other one will not cause any issues. I'm gonna not block here, purely because of a dive down that could have been placed on this one to kill this one for basically nothing in return, and I don't want that to happen. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. There's no reason to play anything. I can't counter a... Did he play any Spell Pierce in his hand before? I don't think he did. I think I'm going to play this early. This might be a mistake, but I don't think he has it. Fantastic. Good call. Good call. Okay. This is great. I think I attack with all of those. He'll have to block there. I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to Wizard's Retort anything that he happens to try to play here. And that is one of the ones that I will not allow him to play. And that is probably a GG. Alright. Alright. Well, there you have it, folks. That mono blue. 3 wins in a row, though, you know, one of them was somewhat of a give me. But yeah, that is the deck. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or anything about the deck, or anything along the nature of the deck, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I love to talk to y'all there. A lot of good pointers are given. A lot of good things that are pointed out about my mistakes. I do enjoy it. I do love the criticism. I love getting better at the game. I love this game a whole bunch. So again, keep on coming with those comments, y'all. Alright, y'all have a good one. Take care.